Hello, everybody. This is Ed Carbajal with Spectation Sports, speaking with Daniel McElhaney, who fights at Fusion Fight League June 28th. Daniel, how are you, sir?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. Thanks for doing this on such a quick response when I reached out to you today. I know we're about to enter fight week, and this is a title fight you got coming up, right?
Yes, sir. 5 rounds. First fight, first pro fight at 145. So,
Oh wow! So, what are your feelings like right now as you're about to enter fight week, and I know you're about to do one more, or get a session in. Um, like, what are you? How are you feeling about everything? If it's the first pro 5 rounder, you got nerves. Like, how you feel about everything?
I mean, there's always a little bit of nerves, but I see that as a good thing. It makes me perform better when I'm
Mm.
a little more nervous. So, yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. I like that I don't have to go down to 135, and I'll have a lot of energy, and yeah, ready for that. That's for sure.
So, you're facing Shea O'Neal, who's holds the title right now, correct?
Correct. Yep.
And I mean, on paper, it looks like I mean, because I'm looking at your record and his record. I mean, he seems like a submission guy. You seem like you're pretty. You kind of cover all bases. Do you have a preference on like preparation when you see somebody like that? I mean, do you do home research on your opponents?
Yeah, yeah, I do. Yeah, and I know he's a wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if he has any knockouts, maybe one or two, but I'm always looking for the finish. And I really like to wrestle. I mean, I am a wrestler. Uh, in high school, I was a wrestler, but
Mm-hmm.
I like to hit. I like to hit people, so
Yeah.
it really hurts, in my opinion.
So I saw on your profile. I mean, you have that you're an army vet. Did you get into combat sports through like the combatives program?
I was in the combatives program. Yeah, I did a couple pancration tournaments in the army,
Oh, nice.
and then yeah, got out of the army and saw a T.J. Dillashaw fight, and that motivated me to get into MMA.
TJ Dillashaw, he trained with Dwayne Ludwig. I mean, did you a fan of the instructionals and stuff? That whole Boss Rutan lineage.
Yeah, the Bang Bang Muay Thai. Yeah, I've stolen some moves from them for sure.
Very creative people. I'm a big Boss Rutan guy myself, so that
Yeah,
whole lineage, I'm a big fan of the striking and the tempo and everything.
yeah,
Um, so when the fights that you've had thus far, because like when I was looking at your record and stuff, I was trying to pinpoint like what how people have a base style. Like you look at a fighter like Dwayne Ludwig who fought in MMA, but he's a kickboxer.
yeah, definitely.
Dillashaw has like a wrestling background. If you were to classify yourself, what would you classify yourself as?
Well, it's that's tough. That's tough for me because
Mm-hmm.
I started with karate, and then in high school I was a two-time state champ wrestler, and then now I've when I first started MMA, I was trying to take people down and arm triangle them, not
Mm-hmm.
really kind of, but after a couple of my amateur fights, I switched to boxing and Muay Thai and kickboxing, and that's
Mm-hmm.
pretty much what I focus on now because I found out that that's what really hurts. Wrestling, that's great for control and
Mm-hmm.
getting your opponent out, but I can end the fight in one shot with a strike. So that's really what I focused on.
I always say this when I hear somebody that has a wrestling background, and it's funny because I discovered this at a Boss Rutan seminar. So it's funny how we're kind of like having the same uh, subjects in the same conversation.
Yeah,
Do you find that the explosive power, knockout power from the explosiveness from wrestling translates into your hands well? Is that why you prefer to do like a knockout finish?
yeah, it definitely translates. It definitely translates. But I've seen that a lot of wrestlers
Mm-hmm.
aren't very good at boxing and stuff. So I don't know where that comes from, but yeah, I'm I'm a decent boxer, I would say. So I'm not really sure where that came from. Just natural, I guess.
Well, for me, I mean, I know there's styles of striking, but I mean, you mentioned you did karate.
Yeah.
What do you remember the discipline of karate that you did?
It's Okinawan.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that kind of makes me think that's where that comes from. If
Yeah.
that's your background, because Okinawan styles they do a lot of live sparring too, and
Yep.
all the varied strikes, the upper bodies and the lower bodies. So it's definitely I would think that that's where it comes from. But having wrestled, probably you always hear guys say that wrestling's the best base for MMA. I don't know if you agree with that.
I do. I really do. Yeah. Because if you can't stop a takedown, you can't really box. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So as far as your opponent goes, Shea O'Neal, I know he tried moving up in weight and didn't go so well for him, and now he's coming back to defend this title that you're trying to take.
Yep.
How do you size him up? Like I know you kind of spoke on it already, but I hate to ask for predictions, but based on what you know about him and what you just told me about yourself, how do you see the fight going?
Well, I assume he's going to try to take me down because I have a lot of power and
Yeah,
it's not fun to deal with. So I assume he's going to try to get me against the cage and take me down. So yeah, and I've got some surprises for that. So
do you find that to be the case a lot of times? Like, people try to take you down because they think that's where they'll have the advantage, and they don't. Because I mean, your wrestling background, I don't know if that's how well advertised that is, but do you
yeah,
find that people try to take you down and find that, oh my God, this is probably not the move?
yeah, that happens. Yeah, that's for sure.
So you win I know this is a big deal for you. You said it's your first 5 rounder with the title and everything. If you win this title, what do you see? What door does it open for you?
Well, I mean, I've tried out or I've interviewed for the Ultimate Fighter a couple times. So I mean, if I get a good finish here, I mean, I'm hoping that it's going to catch the eyes of the bigger promotions.
Yeah,
So, yeah,
yeah. I mean, that happens to a lot of fighters that fight on Spectation Sports. If you haven't noticed,
yeah,
so you're in a good place especially if you win.
yep.
Um, what do you anybody particular that you have on your team right now helping you get ready for this?
Yeah, I've got another fighter. He just fought with Karate Combat in January. Enrique Valdez.
Mm.
He's a 185 pounder, but he's good. He's a great partner. He's
Do you
helping me a lot.
you find that helps you like overall when you train with somebody that's kind of like heavier and stuff?
Oh yeah, yeah. It's gonna make definitely. It's definitely harder wrestling a bigger guy, and
Yeah.
it's a little different though because smaller guys have a little more speed and maneuverability. But I know how to deal with that, so I'm not
All
worried about it.
right.
Yeah,
All right. Well, I mean, this is definitely an exciting fight on paper.
yeah.
Before I let you go, if you have any sponsors or anybody, I know we kind of did this on the fly, but if there's anybody you want to shout out, please go right ahead.
Well, I don't have any sponsors yet, but Fight Week, that is definitely a possibility. Yep.
All right.
Yeah, I'll shout out Yuma Top Team because they've been helping me out for the last 6 months. So yeah, shout out to Yuma Top Team.
All right. All right. Well, Daniel, thank you again for making time to talk. I know you were just squeezing me in on the Friday before, so I really do appreciate it. Good luck to you. I'm looking forward to seeing this one.
I appreciate it. I'll put on a good show.
Looking forward to it. Take care.
Thank you. You too.